Hi, you guys. Sorry I'm late. Ay, coño. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, yo, listen. So, I have been watching. Listen, y'all. I'm sorry I'm late. I have been watching this crazy ass period piece. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Teawithtishow. So, real quick. Yo, listen, if you have Netflix and you have not seen La Esclava Blanca, you are missing out, honey, because the shit is crazy. Like, I'm on episode 5. I'm on episode 5. It's literally about slavery in Colombia, and it's crazy. Nessa, welcome. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Matt. Hi, Claudius. Oh, this show is raising my blood pressure, yo. That's all I can say. But welcome to Tea with Tea. You all know that the conversation tonight is open marriage. Something that I know nothing about. And I might need to wipe my mouth a couple times because I'm about to eat. Shit, I'm hungry. Okay? But, y'all, has it been a long week for anybody else? It's been such a long week, you guys. Like, I don't even know how to describe. Like, people, if you don't have a car, I don't know how you live. Like, how do you survive? Especially in a place like Atlanta where shit is like mad far apart. I don't understand you. I can't relate to you. Not gonna happen, not never. But y'all already know, before we get into the topic, we have a little tea time and I give a little tea tip. So, tea time for today is, I think that I'm just gonna have to do a man cleanse, y'all, because y'all have been really irritating me lately, and that's my fault because I've allowed you to irritate me. So I'm just gonna have to remove myself, and then y'all won't irritate me anymore. So there's that. Thank you guys for all the love on my remix. I'm gonna start doing more of those because they're fun. But tea tip of the week, because we're gonna move through this real quick because we got a lot to talk about. Okay. Tea tip of the week, interestingly enough, is appreciate your support system. All my friends have been really, really helpful, really supportive with sending me job posts, taking me on rides until I get my car tomorrow. Thank you, Lord, I'm getting my car tomorrow. But don't take your support system for granted. Don't take advantage of your support system. Like, I'm so grateful to all of the friends that I have down here that have been so helpful with, like, helping me get acclimated and whatnot. So, thank you. Teacher of the week. Appreciate, show love to your support system. If you haven't told them you love them today, or that you appreciate them, text them, call them, tell them, let them know. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's talk about open marriage, child. Okay? Now, you know we like to start with definitions around here. So, according to Uncle Google, open marriage is a form of non-monogamy in which the partners of a dyadic marriage agree that each may engage in extramarital sexual relationships without this being regarded by them as infidelity, and consider or establish an open relationship despite the implied monogamy of marriage. So, when I hear things like that, honestly, what are we gonna say? What's up? Welcome. So, y'all, with that definition, what are we going to define as open marriage? Are we going to, does group sex with other married couples count as open marriage? Does having a completely different relationship with someone else outside of your relationship, does that count as open marriage? Is open marriage where when we together, and when we not, we not? Like, what is you all's definition of an open marriage? My friend Nessa is here in the building. She is going to come live with us when we talk about, when we get to our Spill the Tea section. because she herself is in an open marriage, or was, I'm not sure. But we are going to let her give her experience, and she is our featured guest for the show. So thank you. Welcome, Nessa. So Claudia says, that sounds like a swinger party to me. I've heard that some people think that open marriages are just like swingers, essentially. But I disagree, because I feel like when you're in a swinger lifestyle, like, you and your partner do things together. But I'm really not sure, like, the boundaries of the swinger lifestyle. That's something that we haven't quite talked about just yet. David says, group sex, swinging, threesome, stepping out, claiming in public, or nah? So, claiming in public? What does that mean? When you say claiming it, like, is this, like, as far as open marriage is concerned, is this one of those things of, like, when you have your wedding ring on, you're married, and when you take it off, you're not? Because I don't think that that's a marriage. I think that that's, like, honestly, to me, that's just a relationship. Like, even if you do take, like, wedding vows and you marry somebody, I guess I need help with understanding, the boundaries in an open marriage, because to me, if you're allowing, the purpose of getting married is to, like, pledge your love to one person. So I would think if you want to be in an open relationship and later on an open marriage, what would kind of be the point of getting married? Wouldn't you just be in an open relationship and then you guys still continue to do your own thing? Or David said, I think it's more of an agreement. Okay. If it's an agreement, so one thing I was wondering is, you know, what's the difference between a polygamous relationship and a open marriage? Now, according to my research, you know, a polygamous relationship is like, the reason that open marriage is not considered a polygamous relationship is because sexual relationships aren't confined to people in the marriage. And it means, you know, they don't just have sex with one another, which is more of like a polygamous style relationship where, like, one man or woman has multiple wives and husbands and they all kind of engage in sexual activities with one another, or strictly with the man or the woman, etc. But in an open relationship, like, both parties can have completely different sexual relationships that have nothing to do with one another. So Matt Cornell says, children. What about children? Hi, everybody popping in. Welcome to Tea with Tea. The topic for today is open marriage. Now, I want to kind of get into what is the stigma and the taboo associated with open marriage. Is it just because of societal conditioning? Is it because we in America practice mostly monogamy, even though in other countries they do practice polygamy and other forms of relationships? Like, I really think it does have a lot to do with social conditioning, to be completely honest. Like, I don't know what I would think if I hadn't been conditioned to believe through my religious upbringing and background and just what's drilled in our educational institution, that marriage is reserved for a man and a woman, or two partners in general. So first off, I want to know, has anybody other than our guest Nessa been in an open marriage, an open relationship of any kind? Because if Nessa is the only one that has been in a open marriage or relationship, then she can just go ahead and come live now and we can go ahead and get it popping. Because y'all, you already know how this works. If you guys don't participate, there is no conversation, there is no discussion. What's up, Jermaine? Matt Cornell says children are a reason to get married. I don't agree. I don't think that just because you have children, you should get married. I feel like if you guys are that worried about the children, that you should just put them in your will, or you should put that person in your will and that can take care of it. Because to me, at the end of the day, marriage certificates, wills, they're all just pieces of paper that like basically say what's allowed, like who gets what if somebody dies. So I don't think that marriage is ever a solution to whenever people have children, because that honestly, if two people that don't love each other get married for the sake of the children, you're going to raise your children in an unhealthy environment because they're not being brought up in love. It's like you literally are sacrificing each of you all's happiness in order for you guys to cohabitate, like co-parent. Like, you don't have to be married to co-parent, really. You can still raise your children in like a healthy environment without having to get married. I definitely, that's just, I don't agree. But state your case. I'd love to know why you think that because you have children you should get married, because I don't agree. Y'all, I still want to know, what is the stigma? What's up, Coffee Black Show? Welcome. Maybe you can start answering some questions because my people are not very participatory tonight, or I just can't see you all's comments. But I'm asking, we're talking about open marriage, and I'm asking about the stigma that's associated with open marriage. Why do you feel that is? Is it because of social conditioning? Is it because of religion? I do think religion has kind of a large part to do with the way that we view relationships, honestly, in general. Like, whoo, child. I honestly, it's kind of difficult for me to be back in the South and not be a Christian, because literally, you guys, I was dead ass just walking outside of my complex, and there were some like church members walking through my community. Mind you, this is a gated community, and they were passing out flyers for their church. Like, for real. And I was just like, how did y'all get past the gate? I don't understand. Yeah, people throw the word marriage around like it ain't nothing. That is so true. I just wish people still had held. What's up, Latrice? Welcome to the conversation. You know what? I feel like we're going to go ahead and let Nessa come live, because I feel like with her being in an open marriage, she can answer a lot of you all's questions. Let's get it popping, because I want to hear about your experience, and I want everybody to get to talk to you. So make sure you wash your face, you got your life together, make sure your Wi-Fi is good, and let's get it popping. Because I feel like I want to know why someone chooses an open marriage over a closed marriage. Like, for me, that's really important. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the conversation. We are talking about open marriage, or at least we are attempting to talk about open marriage. Nobody really seems to have any, like, opinions. I feel like I'm just talking to myself, but I really hope that this time it's not because, like, my live is messing up, because that would hurt my feelings. What's up, D-Will? Welcome. We're talking about open marriage. Hollywood, what's poppin'? You know what? I want to know, how does everybody feel about open marriage? Like, show of hands for those that would consider being in an open marriage. Like, me personally, I think I'm too selfish to be in a open marriage. I don't do well with sharing. So I don't think I'll ever be a great candidate for open marriage, just because, like, I get so emotionally attached to my partner that the thought of them sharing that sort of emotional connection, I don't really care about the physical part. It's more so the emotional connection with someone that, like, would really bother me. Latrice said, I don't agree with open marriage at all. I will state why, be it emotions, one-time thing, etc. That's another, there we go. Look at you all. That's another unnecessary tie. Marriage is a 3-strand cord. Jermaine said, I would consider it. Not sure if it would work in the long term, though. God, your spouse, and you. Hollywood said no way in hell. Chris, are you saying that you are a selfish person? No, I don't think it's necessarily because I'm a selfish person. I think it's because when I'm in a relationship with someone, I want to be able to give all of me to the other person. And I'm not the kind of person that can spread myself thin between multiple people, because then I feel like I'm shortchanging everybody, including myself. So that's why I personally could never be in an open marriage, because I don't do well with having to form multiple ties between lots of people at the same time. What's up, Daniel? Welcome to the conversation about open marriage. Latrice says, by nature, it is okay to not want to share your partner with someone else sexually and emotionally. Now, Latrice, my question for you is, do you feel this way about open marriage based on your own knowledge and beliefs, or does this have a lot to do with religion for you? Because I did hear you say that, you know, marriage is a three-way cord. It's between you, your husband, and God. Does that have any real, bearing on the way that you feel about open marriage? Nancy says, I think that an open marriage can be a good solution for long distance relationships. That is a great, you know what? That is a great, that's a great example, because I do feel like, I think Nessa, her husband is in the Army. And so it's kind of one of those things of, again, I can't speak for her, but it's kind of like when he's there, they together, and when he's not, they not. And that works for them. So what's up? Welcome. And Jermaine says, and there needs to be a clear understanding of what's allowed. Yeah, I think, honestly, I feel like all marriages are built on rules and respect, but I feel like open marriages in particular, you really have to have that discussion about what are you all's boundaries as far as the relationship is concerned. Based on my beliefs and relationship with God, okay, Latrice. Matt says, I would love to have an open marriage. If you can separate your emotions from the physical, then it could be awesome. I do agree that if you can separate your emotions but isn't that part of a relationship though? Isn't that one of the best parts of a relationship, is being able to emotionally connect on a deep, deep level with your partner? So I don't understand how you can take the emotion out of it. If anything, then you're just that doesn't make any sense to take the emotion out of any of your relationships, to be completely honest. If you just want it to be a physical thing, then why don't y'all just have threesomes with random people? Because that's the same thing. Latrice says, anyone can claim they're religious, but are you actively striving after that relationship with the Lord? Some people can say no. Sherm says, I feel as though open marriages test to see what's going on with one another. As long as it's a two-way street, it can work out fine. Latrice says, why get married if it's going to be an open marriage? So many interesting opinions on this topic tonight. So I'm really curious. Again, can we talk about why there is this stigma that's associated not only with open marriage? What's up, brother? Welcome to the conversation. We are talking about open marriage. But can we talk about the stigma that's associated with any relationship that does not fall within a heterosexual stereotype? Yes, lesbian and gay marriages are starting to be recognized. They're starting to be normalized. But I'm talking about relationships that involve multiple people. It seems that in America, those are still frowned upon very, 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 very heavily. There's a very heavy stigma and negative connotation associated with polygamy, polyamory, pansexualism, open marriage, open relationships. Why is it so hard for people to accept that you can have a deep love from more than one person at a time? I think, again, it goes back to knowing yourself, but if we are all individuals, why can't people have different types of relationships? And why is it your business, bitch? Okay? That's actually a better question is why do you feel it's your business to worry about what other people are doing? If everybody would mind their business, the world would be a better place, child. Sherm, the heart wants what the heart wants. I mean, of course, the heart wants what the heart wants. But are we going to look at this from a male and female perspective? Because, fellas, let's say, for instance, you were in an open marriage. What are you getting out of being in an open marriage for you? Like, what does having multiple partners or having the potential to have multiple partners do for you? Women, same question. What would being in an open marriage do for you? I feel like I can't say that. I can't say that. D will, nah, it won't work for me. I really like the emotional connection in a relationship between one woman. Sherm says the heart wants what it wants, and others feel as though that there is a problem because they have their own opinion and don't necessarily agree. But like if everyone would just mind their business, things would be better. I agree. What's up, Nicole? Coffee says it's nobody's business, but why do folks feel they need to put it out there? Oh, see? Okay. No, but okay. So if we're going to say that, then should heterosexuals keep their damn relationships to themselves? Because if we're going to say people in open marriages and people in open relationships should keep their relationships to themselves, that should count for everybody. That definitely can't. That's got to be an all-encompassing thing. So that's like saying, ew, I don't want to see men and women that are in relationships and marriages on, like, I don't want to see any of it. Everybody just keep your business to yourself and mind your business. But it's like, if we do that, then we'll never see, like, displays of, like, love, you know? And I feel like we need that. We need that. Daniel says, you can be emotionally connected to someone and still have an open relationship. What's up, Rod? Daniel, how so? Have you ever been in an open relationship and were able to establish multiple emotional connections with multiple people at the same time? I think that's the trouble that I have with any sort of open anything, is that I just don't do well with trying to emotionally connect because I'm an empath. So it's hard for me to connect to multiple energies at the same time because it's overwhelming. So I think for me, like, if you're an empath, it's a lot harder for you to have open marriages or open relationships because you just can't handle all of the emotional, like energy that comes with having so many different relationships. Latrice said, my heart ain't made like that. You know what? All of our hearts is made differently. This is true. Okay? Daniel says all other relationships are open. Parents, siblings, etc. Ooh, you know what? That's so funny. So, okay, why do we take romantic relationships out of that category, though? Is it really just because connecting with somebody romantically on a very deep emotional level is just different from any other kind of connection that you can have with somebody? Because I did not even think about the fact that, like, those are open relationships. Like, if you think about it, you're allowed to love your mom as much as you love your dad. That, and Daniel, I remember you talked about this whenever we had talked about, was it polygamy? I think we talked about polygamy, and you had mentioned the fact that if you love your mom, does it make you love your dad any less? No, it doesn't. You can love them equally as deeply. So why does that change? What's up, Zaina? When it comes to relationships, like romantic relationships, why are you not allowed to have a deep connection with more than one person? Because that's a very good example of being able to have a deep emotional connection with more than one person at the same time. It's a very good example. But y'all, it's time to spill the tea, okay? I want to know, would you ever consider an open marriage? Why or why not? Nessa, I have no idea where Nessa went. Nessa, if you are here or you pop back in, request to go live, because the main reason that we did this topic was so you could share your experience with an open marriage. I wish my sister was here because she's also in an open marriage, and she's had, so my sister, her issue with being in, I wouldn't necessarily say it's an issue. I would say that when they would introduce sexual partners into their relationship, she had a problem with having a woman that was bisexual come into their bedroom. She's okay with lesbians, but when it comes to bisexual women, she kind of has this different feeling of like jealousy for them. Because, which I think is understandable, because it's like, if they like vagina and penis, what's her to stop, from taking them liking, especially to your man's penis? Okay? If it's a lesbian, you ain't got to worry about that, because all her attention is going to be focused on you, the woman. So, Jermaine says, I haven't experienced being in an open marriage, so I would love to hear from someone that has or that is currently in one. I just think it will be difficult to manage an open marriage. Yeah, I do think it's like, if you're in an open marriage, like, how do you manage it's just like polygamy. Like, how do you manage your time? Like, you have to have a job. You have to work out. You have to eat. And it's hard enough to fit one person into all the shit that you have to do in a day. So having multiple, like, relationships, but then you have, like, is it in an open marriage, like, your wife or your husband is, like, the main person that you give your time and attention and affection to, and then everybody else gets whatever time is left over? Or is it that everybody gets, like, the same equal amount of, like, time and attention from you? Like, I don't understand, unless you, like, rich or you're a millionaire or you're successful. I don't understand how you got time to have an open marriage, honey. Like, how does it work? What's up, Steve Wolf? Welcome to the conversation. We are talking about open marriage. I personally have never been in any sort of, like, open relationship of any sort. And I do think that, so, can we bring soulmates into this then? Because I feel like you can have multiple soulmates. So does that, and what if you meet two of your soulmates at the same time? Can't you have two soulmate connections at the same time? And isn't that kind of like having two relationships at the same time? Because if you are connecting with a soulmate, then, I mean, that's a deeper connection than just like a fling or one night stand or whatever. Like, that's a deep ass connection with somebody. And if you connect with somebody on a soul level, if it's romantic, y'all gonna get physical. So that's why I'm wondering, like, how do soulmates tie into this? Jermaine says, and somebody in the relationship is going to catch feelings. That's what everybody says. Everybody always says the problem with open relationships is that eventually one person starts to catch feelings, whether that be the people in the marriage or the people outside of the marriage that have been brought in as outside relationships. Latrice says, girl, damn, I can barely moisturize my... Not moisturize your hair, child. I feel you, though, because my shit dry as fuck right now. Work out, post on social, sleep, work. Open marriage would kill me. I just can't. Life is already complex. Well, Latrice, we've been talking about soulmates, so I think it's fair game to bring soulmates into this conversation. But yes, I feel the same way. I feel like a fucking open marriage would kill me, child. Like, I can't even... I have a hard time devoting enough time to my damn self, okay? So the fact that I'm out here trying to devote time to 3, 4, 5 different people, even if it's just 2 people, I can't spread my time management skills ain't that good. They're good, but they're not that good, okay? Daniel says, catching feelings is the goal, not the problem. Daniel, I swear, you be having the most open-minded responses for real, though. Like, catching feelings, I've never thought about. Catching feelings is the goal, not the problem. But when you say it like that, then what's the point of being married? Like, that's my whole thing that I don't understand. Is like, if it's like saying your partner isn't enough to me. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like when you say that, I really feel like you're saying that your partner isn't enough. But I don't understand that mentality. Like for you saying like the idea is to catch feelings for somebody else when I'm in an open marriage. Like to me, shit, that would cause problems in your marriage. So that's why I don't understand what you're saying. Too much. Yes, Latrice, too much. What is the point? I think that's what it is for me. It's like, what is the point? Like, why is your goal to catch feelings for multiple people? Somebody gonna listen. Somebody gonna go live and explain this to me, damn it, because I can't. Because this too much for me. I don't understand it. Hello, Todd. Welcome to our conversation about open marriages. Y'all, I just really feel like I'm too selfish. I can honestly admit that when it comes to a relationship, I am selfish. Like, I was talking with my ex today, and I was just like, it's so funny. Like, anybody that you've had an emotional connection with, like, on a sexual level, and you, like, still fuck with them like that, and you think about them fucking somebody else, you're like, huh, absolutely not. Even though that's not my dick, nigga, that's my dick. Don't give that to nobody else. Fuck is wrong with you? So, I can't be that person, because I'm too selfish. I'm sorry, y'all. I have such a hard time with, like, grasping the idea of open things. But I really commend people that are able to have multiple emotional connections with other people at the same time. Like, teach me your ways, child, because I don't know. I don't understand it. I can't do it myself. Hi, Todd. You're just jumping into the combo. So, Todd, what are your feelings and thoughts on open marriage? Would you ever be in one? Spill the tea. Have you ever been in one? Or have you been in an open relationship? Now, if you haven't been in an open marriage, have you ever been in an open relationship? And I'm also curious, what's the difference between being in an open marriage and being in an open relationship? Because I feel like there's different rules for those types of relationships, even if they sound like the same thing. I don't really feel like they're the same thing, to be completely honest. Y'all, I would say it's almost time to empty the cup, child. It's almost time to empty the cup, because Nessa's not here. I don't know where she is. But, you know, the whole point of having this conversation is to hear from somebody that's in an open marriage. So if I don't have anybody that's in an open marriage, this conversation is cute, but it doesn't help with clarifying anything as far as, girl, are you going to come live? Are you going to give an opinion? Where you at? Come, hop in. We're ready to hear your opinion. I'm ready for you to spill the tea, child. Come on now. Shit. This could also be compared to being swingers. See, people always say that you can compare swingers and to open marriages, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I'm just confused about Daniel's goal comment, because if the goal is to catch feelings, why is the end goal for what person to be stuck? You're already married. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Nessa is about to come live with us, and she can give us the tea, honey, because I don't know personally. Hey, honey.
Hey, guys.
So this is Nessa. She is our guest for Tea with Tea this week. Now, Nessa, before you hop into your experience, tell us about, you know, who you are, where you're from, like what's your name, where you're from, and then you can get it popping.
Okay, so I'm from California. I live in Texas. My husband, he is in the military. We have an open marriage. Basically, it's along the lines of when we're together, we're together. When we're not together, we're not. Reason being is I have schooling down here. I have the kids down here. He has his own thing going in the military. We felt that the benefits outweighed the cons and all the negative stuff.
Okay.
So basically, if this is not your best friend, I wouldn't advise doing an open marriage with somebody that's not secure or you have that underlying friendship with.
So how long has you all's relationship been, you and your husband? How long were you like friends or dating and before you got married?
We've been dating. Well, we were friends with benefits, so that's how this came about. So basically, now we're friends with married benefits.
Right.
So, to be honest with you, it does take friendship. It does take patience. Communication, understanding. But you know what? This is the only person that was in my corner that was pushing me to go through my dreams, go to school, helping me with the kids. This was somebody that was pushing me, and he taught me how to be selfless. So,
oh wow.
Because of that, and we got married, we made a commitment because we both had a lot going on, and how can I explain it without sounding too crazy about it?
No, girl, speak your truth. Live your truth. I want to hear. You the only one in here that's been in the open mirror. So, shit, I'm taking what you say. I'm like, oh, word is bond.
Right.
Yeah.
So, he was my best friend, and, the only person in my corner, of course, with my work schedule and my school schedule, there's no time to really focus on the relationship per se.
Yeah.
So I had what anybody else had. As a busy woman and a single mom, it was more so when I need it, I'll hit you up. Or when I want some, I'll hit you up type deal.
Oh.
And I got tired of just having that relationship with plenty of other people.
Right.
And mind you, of course, I didn't do it all together. I had people that I've known for 10 years that on and off, keep them in rotation type deal.
Oh, wow.
But none of them really offered me the stability of, they wanted a relationship, but I wanted something like, okay, you guys are not really going anywhere in life. You guys are just somebody that, I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm getting my degrees, I'm doing this. If you can't do that with me, then what can you provide besides dick, honestly?
Right.
So
right.
I kept that mentality going. If you didn't contribute, then I'm going to keep doing me. But with my husband, he pushed me. He was like, you could do this, you could do that. He was the only one that was supportive in really paying attention to me. So I'm the same way. He wants to get a job overseas. Okay, go get it. Go do it. Nobody's stopping you but you. Do it.
Go get that bag, honey.
So when we both are getting military benefits, credit benefits, we're getting several other benefits where we're not going to be in our emotions when we're apart, and me go to his chain of command and be like, he's cheating on me, and
right.
He knew that I was somebody that was mature enough to have that type of relationship with, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, ooh, you like this girl's picture, we can't be doing. No, because there are bigger issues when you make marriage moves. I'm talking about fixing your credit, going to a credit union, going through this bank that we got so many benefits for putting a down on a house, or none of these other men offered that for me, so I went with who could.
So it sounds like for you guys did it more so for the economical benefits as opposed to the real, the relationship aspect of it. You're like, he cool as fuck, he supports me, that's my best friend, we can go ahead and get married and have all these benefits and still be able to do what the fuck we want.
Right.
That's
no bullshit, no lies. Yeah. Nothing can get back to him that he doesn't already know from me.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So when it comes to you all's relationship, do you talk about your other outside relationships or dealings that you have? Or is it kind of just look, as long as I ain't there, just don't get pregnant, bitch?
Both. It was both. No lie, it was both. It was more so along the lines of, look, don't have no bitch coming at me as a woman.
Right.
And you won't have a dude coming at you about oh, I fucked your bitch, basically. Yeah, we really want to get technical.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, yes, he knows about, of course, this is my best friend, so he knows about my past, my currents, the problems I have with my kids' fathers. I'm trying to think of everything, but this was the most supportive person ever. And when I say I have legitimate, real love for him, I do. This is why I push him to do what he does. You want that job overseas? Do it. You want this? Do that. You know what? I'm here to fully support you as a wife, because he can't get that support from anybody else either. So,
yeah.
I still do my job as a wife. I love being married. He's been a blessing nonetheless, but we deserve it all when it comes to both. And if you don't have that same mentality, you don't have that type of friendship, I don't think it would work. So it's not like a swingers type of marriage. It's not like
exactly.
It's not like my husband cannot get hard, so you need to come fuck me in front of him type deal. It's not that type of marriage. No.
Okay, girl, because I was gonna ask. I'm like, do y'all go to sex clubs together, or like what's going on as far as this is concerned? But it just sounds like you two are very mature individuals that know what you want out of life, and you guys are like, if we can help each other get what we want by being together, and we have this great, awesome relationship at the same time, why not? Let's just go ahead and do that.
Right. And you know what? This is somebody that's been here for me, not just physically, mentally, financially. He's been there supportively. He knows when I'm down. We honestly do have that relationship. I would not leave him for bullshit,
Now, anybody that is in the room, if you are curious about open marriages and you have questions, please answer, because we're here for that too.
Ask him. Ask him.
Whatever, because
anybody that knows me, come on now. You will get the real, legit, raw, unfiltered, whatever you want to ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's not just about me and my questions. It's about whatever your questions are as well. Zaina says, this is interesting. Do you guys get jealous or feel weird knowing you guys are sleeping with other people?
Technically, of course, who's not going to get jealous over this person who's your best friend? Like I said, it's like a friends with benefits type deal. He's a good looking guy. I would get many jealous, but I look at the bigger picture. It's, is he paying these bitches' bills? Basically.
That part.
Can you make decisions for him if he were dying on the table? We got to think of the bigger picture. Same thing happens when I'm doing my own thing. I hear the jealous tones at times, but at the same time, it's just like, we're in different states right now. We can't be together.
Yeah.
As long as you're honest with me, because let's just be honest. How many relationships do we hear that these people are getting cheated on? And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that bitch and be like, well, at least I know that my man is fucking around on me, quote unquote. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, you want to go with, if everything's going to be the same, which one is going to benefit you more? Would you want to get cheated on with somebody that's broke? Or do you want to get cheated on somebody that, either way, if it happens, which situation would you be in? Period.
Now, I am curious to know, how do you all handle those moments of jealousy or moments of confrontation between the two of you? Like, when that spark of jealousy comes up, how do you guys go about reassuring each other that everything is cool? Or do you literally have to walk away sometimes and just be like, you know what? I need a break or something like that. Are you guys ever allowed to take breaks?
Yeah, we are, but we're real careful with it. We don't post each other's significant others if we got little boo things or bae things or whatever. The way we handle it is the way we will talk to each other. At first it was hard. I'm doing this for 2 years now.
Okay.
And it would be more so of course when he's down here we're together, but I want to say that we talk about it. And if it's something that's disrespectful or not agreeable with, whatever the spouse says goes. All right, you want me to stop fucking with him? Cool. I'm not going to disrespect it. Whatever, whatever the case may be.
Okay. So Soto Pit says, if he lived here, would that change how things go for you all? Would you guys just be in a marriage together, or would you still continue to be in an open marriage if you guys were still in the same space?
Well, he's talking about getting out the Navy, so he is really going to come move back home here. So yeah, that is a possibility. We're going to see how things go. Of course, we've already worked through the worst, what's being together, really. Right. And it, like I said, if it's not, you don't have that real friendship with, it's not going to work. You got to have the trust. You got to have if she gets pissed at me in one of these bouts, is she going to go to my manager? Is she going to go to, the director of the fucking Navy and tell on me because she's pissed? Is she, we both got a lot to lose right now. So the amount of trust to me means more than the quote love, because I already know that if he wasn't doing this,
quote love.
Come on now. Quote love, I, unfortunately, through my whole life, I have half a heart. So trust me, this works for me.
Ooh, damn, girl, not half a heart. Okay, Zayna says,
half a heart.
So if he told you another woman got pregnant for him, would you feel hurt? That's a valid question.
I mean, this was another thing. I don't want any more children. I have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
I did have baby fever, a few times, like any other woman would. It depends, because if he came and told me first, I'm like, hey, I've been messing around with so-and-so, just like he tells me, like, I'm still talking to old girl, or this and this and that.
Yeah.
Or she, we do have our moments where we do talk about the people that we deal with. And if he got her pregnant, of course I would be hurt. But it's in the method of delivery. Like, is the bitch going to tell me first, or is he? Same the other way. What if I got pregnant? Then I would look like the cheating military spouse whore, it's a double standard.
True, though, but honestly, in that regard, whose stigma looks worse, yours or his? Because I feel like women always get demonized for shit like that. But with men, I feel like it's just like, that's a man thing. Like, of course, he's in the military. Of course, that could happen. Like, people, do you feel like he kind of would get a pass, or like people would excuse him from doing something like that? It's like, does your family know about like your open marriage, or like, are you guys even close with your families?
We are close. They know that we're married, but of course, I would say my mom knows mostly what the situation is, but we don't disclose it to other family members. Family members are always going to talk shit,
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, everybody's on a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know, you won't know.
Yeah.
It's just better. It's what works for us, because then you have people like me that we go to these family holiday dinners. Somebody starts talking shit. Okay, well, your husband's cheating on you with so-and-so. So we avoid all that.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, he's still deployed. He's still doing him. Period. When he's around, he's around. When he's not, he's not.
That is so interesting. Like, I had never thought of, yeah, you girl, you strong for that, child. Because I don't know about that.
I'm not. I mean, I'd rather live in honesty. I'd rather live, what I'm up to, what I'm doing. I believe in karma. I'm a big spiritual person, and for me, it's just like, do I have love for him? Yes, of course. He pulled me out of a very dark place. So I can only be supportive. Whatever he wants to do, I'm down for it.
That is so interesting. This has been so. I'm glad that you came live, because I was just so sad. Like, this whole shit would have been defeated if we couldn't get you on here.
No, I'm actually in the middle of doing homework and keeping up with All Stars. So,
oh Lord,
as you can see, I love my Celtics.
Yes, I know you are the ultimate Celtics fan. I already know. Goodness gracious. Hopefully they're doing well. Hopefully homework is going well. All right.
Thank you.
Well, I will let you get back to doing your homework. And thank you for coming live. This was great.
Anytime. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Bye, guys.
to officially meet you too as well. I hope you're enjoying your gift as well.
I did with one of my boo things.
Hey! Yes, spread the love. I'm here for it. Not Soto fits that Kyrie is still trash, Nessa. Uh-oh.
Okay. You know what? That's one of my haters. It's okay. We can block them.
All right, love. Thanks for coming live.
You're welcome. Bye.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Damn. That was so interesting because I feel like I wish I could have that mindset to a degree, because it's like you can't control your partner. You can't be with them 24/7. So sometimes maybe it is better to just know out in the open, like, hey, I'm going to be over so-and-so house tonight. Just letting you know, FYI, not going to be here tonight. Yeah, I have. Jermaine, what questions do you have? Welcome, BNW's Magical World. We're talking about open marriage. You just missed our guest host, Nessa. She's in an open marriage, and she was talking about her experience. The biggest takeaway that I think, y'all, actually, it's time to empty the cup. Time to empty the cup. Now, final thoughts on open marriage. What can be done? This is my final question to you all. What can be done to help people have a more open mind towards the idea of open marriages and relationships? Or should we just mind our business? That's my question. Because me personally, I don't have a problem with any type of relationship because I'm not in it. Like, I don't have to deal with whatever they're dealing with in whatever relationship they're in. So if you want to date 15 people, long as I ain't one of them, I ain't got no problem. I really, it's none of my business. That's as far as I'm concerned. Like, I just love love. And however you get your love, that's up to you. By all means, it's a free country. Somewhat. There are still rules, I guess. Latrice said it depends on the person, babe. I'm going to mind my business. I know. I knew of all the people in here, Latrice was going to be the bitch minding her business. I already... Zayna, I don't know about you, though. I don't know if you're going to mind your business. Zayna said when it comes to open marriages, I believe it is their decision. Okay. So Zayna going to be minding her business, too. Okay. All right, fellas, when it comes to open marriage for you, how do you feel like you can have a more open... I feel like men are more open to things like open marriages and open relationships at times, depending on... There are so many factors that go into whether you would believe in an open marriage or not, to be completely honest. Like, if you were brought up and taught about multiple types of relationships, I feel like seeing someone with multiple boyfriends or girlfriends would bother you less. So maybe it's that people in open relationships need to be out in the open more, and people need to like see these types of relationships, because the reason heterosexual relationships are normal and, you know, gay and lesbian relationships are becoming more normal is because they're out in the open. People are starting to see them on a regular basis. But I've never, I have never seen an open relationship or an open marriage. I have never seen one man with multiple wives out to dinner. I just personally haven't. Dana says, but if a guy wants to come with that crap, tell his butt to kick rocks. Well, I think at the end of the day, it's your own decision. If you want to see what that's like at some point, I'm not going to knock you for it. I personally know I can't do it. But if you want to do it and then you want to come back and you tell us how it was, shit, please do. You know, I'm here for it. But you guys, so I was going to have a friend of mine come on next week, and we were going to talk about white privilege. But right now, I don't know where me and this person stand. So, to be determined. But either way, the poll for next week's topic is going up tomorrow. I'm going to start posting episodes on Wednesday because I need a little bit more time to get them together. So the newest episode of Tea with Tea will be out this Wednesday. I always do it in the morning, and it will be at 10 a.m. So make sure that you check it out. You guys, thank you so much for being so amazing. I just can't believe that we're getting to the point where we're starting to reach different countries, and it's really special. It's amazing. And maybe I should stop going live so much because I feel like you guys are kind of starting to get desensitized to see me so much that like you guys are like, oh, she ain't doing nothing. Because I still want this to be special. Like, I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, she's going live again. Like, no, I want you to be like, yes, it's time for Tea with Tea. That's what I want. So if seeing me less will help you do that, I can do that. I love how understanding you are, boo. I'm like, no nonsense. Yeah, both of you, Latrice and Zaina, like, y'all are kind of like the moderators for the group, for the general consensus. You're like, bitch, nope, absolutely not. Fuck that. Nope, don't do it. He ain't shit. And I'm just like, wow, everybody, whoa, calm down. Calm it down. Let the man say his piece. Let the woman say her piece. Oh, goodness. I just want to say that I'm so excited to get my fucking car tomorrow. Because I'm so tired of depending on people. So tired. So I'm so excited. Y'all, I did it. Like, I was going to ask somebody to give me a ride to go get my car. But I'm to the point of where, like, I'm so tired of depending on people. Motherfucker, I'm about to walk. It's right down the street. Fuck it. I would rather walk than continue to feel like people doing shit for me gives them a pass to disrespect me. I said what I said. But, all right, y'all, before I get out of here, I want to let you know, please send all of your questions for potential topics or stories that you'd like to share on the show to teawithtishow@gmail.com. Latrice, I'm serious as fuck. It's a 30-minute walk. I'll just act like I'm in Europe. It's fine. I am not about to pay no goddamn Lyft driver $7 to take me down the street. I'm not. I'm just not. It's really not that deep. I can keep that $7 in my pocket and my feet work just motherfucking fine. Okay? So, thank y'all for tuning in for the topic about open marriage. Again, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep rocking with me. And the show is going to get better, but, like, I got to get my shit together, y'all. I just moved, give a bitch a couple days. Like, it's been a week, okay? It's been, like, a week and a half, okay? Give me some time. But, till next time, everybody be good. I love you guys, and feel free to sip on this.